Buttermilk biscuits cooked in cast iron skillets rule. Well, good morning. Welcome back to Country Boy Can Cook. Today, I'm going to do some buttermilk biscuits. Yeah, I love buttermilk biscuits, and the way I make them, it's really great. A big time saver, just one bowl. And the reason I'm making buttermilk biscuits, and I'm gonna make a double batch actually, is because I've got some gravy videos coming up, instructions, and you know what you're gonna eat your gravy on if it ain't a biscuit. Yeah, you could do it on a piece of toast, and I actually like chicken gravy on just white bread. That's how we grew up eating it. Mother would fry up chicken and then make gravy in the grease left over. And most of the time we didn't have any biscuits left over, so it'd just be a piece of white bread we were eating on, and I'd sprinkle that on there, that gravy on there, and put a lot of black pepper on it. Good food and good memories. So anyway, let's get started on this video. It won't take too long. I'm going to cook them in the cast iron. I've already got my oven rolling at 450 degrees preheating, so it'll be ready. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I say this is a time saver. Our all-purpose flour here. You see that right there? All-purpose. I'm going to get 4 cups. Yeah, I like to use my old Boy Scout drinking cup. It holds 1 cup exactly. Great for this. That's 2. You can see it's higher on one side, but there's lower over here, so that makes up for a cup. You know, I hear you, oh, you gotta be exact, do this, exact. No, you don't. Enjoy cooking. Make it your own. I guarantee if I had 2 biscuits cooked by the exact recipe and the other just seated the pants, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So here's my 4th cup. Now what you want to do, you want to remove 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put that back in your bag, because you're going to add baking powder to it and make your own, and you want to add a little salt, just a touch, not a lot. Anyway, there's 4 spoons, the 4 spoons of flour that I took out, all-purpose. I'm going to replace this with 4 tablespoons baking powder, not baking soda, but baking powder. Boys and girls, that's really it. I mean, that gets you all going right there. And you just want to stir this around, make sure it's all incorporated really good. Make sure it's all mixed. You'll notice it kind of gets fluffy, which it's doing right now. When you make this dough, it's kind of ragged. As my dad would always say, well, they're kind of ragged ass, but they are ragged. Just repeating what my dad said. Times have changed. Some for the good, some for not so good. All right. So I've got my buttermilk. How much is it going to take? Probably somewhere close to 2 cups. I'm just going to put my... There goes 1 in. There's 2. So 4 cups. of self-rising flour, or you can make your own uh, all-purpose with baking powder. I said it's a very forgiving dough, and it is kind of ragged, but it'll start to come together. And I guess you could do this on like a mix master or a stand mixer. I've never tried that. It's just, why mess up another piece of equipment, another plate you got to do, or another bowl. I'm lazy. I just want to do my cooking and make it easy, make it good, make it a great recipe. You can see it's kind of sticking together. I'm wanting to ball up here. I've got a rolling pin. I've got my mother's rolling pin, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to pat these out. That should be pretty good right there. Let's see. Just take and get in and mix it with your hands a little bit. Make sure it's sticking together. And I believe it is. It's a little soft. So we're just going to go ahead and dump it out. I've got a seal pad out here. That way any flour that didn't get mixed in, it just makes it easier to work on this seal pad. You're going to say, man, that came together really quick. There's no butter added to this. There's no shortening added to this. There's no sticking your hands down in your flour. I see this one lady, I used to watch her, but she was just infuriates me the way she would think and say. And but she had a big bowl of flour, and she'd pour buttermilk in her lard and mix it with her hands and all that. And I thought, oh my God, that's a lot of work for just to make something biscuits. You go through that much work to make a biscuit, and I do it with just 2 ingredients here. Yeah, I like mine better. So you can see it's really kind of come together. You want to knead it for, I don't know, just a few minutes to make sure it's all coming together good. Got a big ball here. About ready to pat out. You get your hand in some flour. And just pat it out. Pat it out, boys and girls. If you see some cracks and stuff in the top, don't worry about that. This ain't a commercial made biscuit. It ain't supposed to have a smooth top. And you could take a rolling pin and roll this. I ain't saying you can't. Just why? It's just something else for me to have to clean up. I'm just adding some flour on top so it keep spreading out. And what I'm going to do is make these, and I'm going to freeze them. All right, just about ready, boys and girls. I want these to be nice and thick. You can see it's made a pretty dough. Get my sophisticated biscuit cutter. Yeah, an old tin can. I've had for many years. I used to have a date on the side of it here. I can barely read it, but it's basically gone off the side. So I don't know. It's 20 years old anyway. Boy, it smells good. You can smell that buttermilk in there. Well, I know you can't, but if you were here, you could smell it. All right, let me set this for a minute. Let me get my skillet ready, and I'll turn the camera around and show you what I'm going to do there. All right, I've got my skillets on high just for a minute. I just want to warm them up for a second. Not going to cook the biscuits on the skillet. Going to cook them in the oven. I just want it to warm up so it'll melt. All right, it's starting to warm up. I'm going to turn it off. I got some bacon grease, baking up. I've had this in the freezer. Baking Up sent me this to use, to do videos with. I'm not paid by Baking Up to use it. I was actually buying Baking Up before. All right. Well, it smells good. It smells like I'm frying up bacon. All right, let's get this. Make sure it's melted good. Turn it on just a little bit more till that melts down. That ought to be good for that one. That's good for that one back there too. All right. You see it's not hot. I'm picking it up with my hand. All right, let's get these biscuits in here. I'm gonna take me a silicone brush, just get a little bit of bacon grease on it. I like them touching on the sides. Oh, get out of there. I think this is good on that one. Get a little bacon grease and put it on top. Yeah. Add to the flavor train. All right, so there's that one. Let me get the other one loaded up. Try to make it a habit of picking up all my skillets, even though if they might not be hot, but with a hot pad or a towel, just in case I forget. All right. See here. Work this dough one more time with my scraps. Got one that didn't have a lot. I'll just make a little biscuit out of it. Just fold it up under, roll it out round. Yeah, there you go. Make your food enjoyable to make. Don't be if it's a hassle to do this, you won't do it. Don't begrudge yourself. Oh, I gotta go do breakfast. I hate to do breakfast. Because if you can't put your best interest in and your best foot forward, it will show. It'll just be mediocre. It'll just be food that nobody cares about. It just fills the gut. So I gotta cook with my heart. Got one baby biscuit here that I'll make. Alright, just stick this over to the side. What the heck? You can see there's not a lot of bacon grease on this. Buttermilk biscuits the fast way. Cooked in cast iron. They're gonna be so good. Alright. See right over there? I'm fixing to head that way with these biscuits. So it takes me a minute to head that way. I'm still trying, still walking a little better every day, but it takes me a minute. These are for sure cooled down. 450. Probably gonna cook these around 15 minutes. And I can tell you when I go back, I will definitely have pot holders. All right. Get my stuff cleaned up here. And boy, that's all there is to making good biscuits. Like I said, I'm going to bring these back. I'm going to freeze them. Make to have for my gravy class, and a couple of days before my gravy class I'll put a notice on the YouTube and my Facebook page what day it's going to start. You can ask me any kind of question. It's not going to be live, so you can watch it anytime. If you have any questions, just say, hey, what about this old dude? Turn around here. How long did you do this? How much did you mix it? You can see it took about 2 cups of buttermilk. This silicone pad, it's been worth it. I think I get $6 for it on my Amazon. I don't have an Amazon store, but the Amazon, I should, but I don't. It's just the Amazon store that I order from on a daily basis. Maybe I'm missing out the bucket. I'm missing the bucket on it. Maybe I need to order some stuff and get me a store set up. I don't know. Anyway, use this high-tech clothespin to seal off my flour, and put the lid back on my baking up. It's really good stuff. If you've never used this, get you some. And I'll bring you back here in about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll check those and see what it looks like over there. All right, let's get these out of here. Hard to do with this out getting burnt. How's those boys? Girl, how's that at? Let me get my timer off here. Those are pretty biscuits now. Are they done? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me get this camera down and get them back over there so we can look at them. How's those look? Just get one out and test it. You see the bottom? Crispy on the bottom, a little bit on the top, and it's hot. I'm too lazy. I'd grab a fork and stick in it and just break it open, but there you can see it. There you can see it. Good and moist. Just test this baby. Test it out with a little bit of butter. Gonna use some honey that's not been filtered. It was just harvested. It is so good. All right, let's put a little honey on here. This honey is good and thick. Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, let's taste one of these. And they're so tender. Come on, wiggly fingers. Just get a bite. Oh my goodness, that's good. Yeah. You ain't missing anything by not adding shortening, butter, and all that. That buttermilk's got what it needs. Yeah, it's good. It's so good. I'm gonna go in for another nibble here. If you're new to the channel and you see me picking up stuff and it's got the wiggles like that, my finger does, I can stop it by holding it. I've got essential tremors. I noticed about 6 months ago my fingers were wiggling. Like right now it's not doing, but if I put any pressure like that right there, they start to wiggle. I'm not doing that. It does it on their own. So, I thought I had Michael J. Fox, whatever he had, you know, all of that. Well, you can see it's saying hello, hello. Hey, burn it, stop it. If I can hold them together, it'll stop. So, when I had the test running, it's essential tremors, and they don't know a lot about it, what happens. It's just there. And as long as it's not bothering me no more than it is, then I'm good with it. And also, if you're new to the channel, you'll see I stutter on my words a little bit. I stumble, I should say. Not, and I don't walk very good because 2 years ago, this next month, I had a heart attack and ended up in rehab in the hospital for about 2 months. Came home in a wheelchair. And as they say, the rest is history. Matter of fact, I'll put up some information about what I went through, why I make videos, and I've been making videos for a pretty good while, but they were just private, you know, for my kids and family. I wouldn't share them with anybody, especially not on YouTube. But anyway, I after my heart event, I couldn't hardly walk. We bought an air fryer, and I decided I would help my wife cook on it. And literally, I got out of a wheelchair and then got on a walker. That would take me 10 minutes to get here in the kitchen, about 30 feet. So I just kept on going, and you know, I never gave up. And that's what my channel's about. Never give up. Keep on trying. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy my recipe. I'm just an old country boy cooking. 71, retired, and life goes on, as they say. So never give up. Keep on trying. And I will see you on the gravy recipe, where I make gravy to go with these good looking biscuits. Yeah, that is right here. They're gonna go in the freezer for a few days, and I'll be making gravy to put on top of those. See y'all later.